Okay, hi guys. I'm back with the last mini kit Monday video that I am owing for the month of July, and my battery's about to die, so hopefully I can connect my husband bought me this thing, but I don't know if it's a DC coupler. It's for my camera, and then it does like continuous battery life. But I don't know if this is the thing that actually corrupted my card. If any of you are techies and know anything about that, let me know. And I don't know if it was just because my memory card was old, or if it was or if this was the culprit. But so right now I have you on battery. Anyway, let me get started because I don't have that much more time. I will share what I did have left over from the mini kit Monday July kit, but I did pull out 2 pages, and it was only because trying to use cut aparts or my 2 inspiration sheets didn't work out for me. And so this last one is kind of just going to be a bonus, and 2, I'm going to see if I can do this page very simply. I have kind of a feel that I want to go for, and so I pulled out these 2 pages. This is from Warm and Cozy from Jen Hatfield, and this is from her paper pack. Yes, it is from Warm and Cozy. Okay, I still want to use this cut apart sheet, and I might even use both, one to actually mat it, and then the other, I'll probably mat it like this too to include this color. I might end up using these 2 cards, and then this last one I want to cut out the, what do you call this? This element I want to cut out. And I did plan on using this to border as well, because I kind of like the way that sort of matches. If not, I have something in mind to use these strips for this paper. I did want to use the strip that this was attached to that deer paper, and I have this little strip, so I'm going to challenge myself to put in some of the remnants from the other page. This just fell off my sticker sheet. I might use it. If I can't, then I'll just put it back. And then I also pulled out other stuff. I pulled out some leaves because I saw these. We went in November, so I kind of want to give it that kind of feel. And I saw these Acorn Avenue brads. I've been watching a lot of Ms. Janet from RTS Scrapbooking, and her love of brads just is so inspiring. And this has some fabric brads, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to put these color brads in, or if I'm just going to end up using the buttons, which either way I think they kind of go anyway. And I have some wood veneers that I haven't opened up, but I might end up using. I'm still not sure about that, but anyway. And then the last thing that I want to use is this Take Me to the Mountains. If it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna sweat it. I do want to put a title, so that might end up making it as the title, but just not the actual card itself. Or even this one. I might even switch gears and do this instead as a title, because if not, then that's going to look like the title element, unless I can tuck it in somewhere. So I'm going to begin with the process, and hope you enjoy. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here I decide to cut out these 3 cut apart elements because I did want to layer them behind the photo. I did end up taking up that kind of framed out piece, the U-shaped one, because it did provide another layering element, so it looks like it's a whole piece, but in reality it's just that little sliver. Instead of trying to salvage whatever I could from that paper that was already ripped, the floral paper, I went ahead and just went with it. I went with a tear, and I decided to tear it up, which ended up being a great starting point because I did like the way that it ended up making this element look in front of this the deer head paper. I wanted to use that tear apart piece, and I did end up inking all the edges. I don't know if I did that before or after. Here I go. I end up doing the walnut. No, it's not the walnut stain. I think it is the using, okay, here we go, the vintage photo ink from the Distress Inks. And here I am putting this down at the bottom. I felt like it needed some sort of anchoring point, and since it did have that hole because of it comes from the paper pad, I kind of inked right around where the hole is too, so that I wouldn't make too much of a, like you wouldn't be able to see that there was a gaping hole there. It kind of camouflaged it a little once all the layering started happening. So I was really happy about that. I really did like the contrast in the in the wood grain from the stags to the wood grain element down here towards the bottom that I started gluing. This is part of that cut apart sheet. The other side is a dark wood grain, but I like the way that I used this. I end up using another little strip of paper that I glue in towards the latter end of the video, and that's because I felt like it needed some more separation between the trees and that green little paper strip. Usually I don't save little strips like that. I do end up using two of those cardstock sticker pines. As you can see here, that Great Outdoors emblem that I just cut out, the other side you could see that that was a dark wood grain. And so here I'm putting together the 4x6 cut apart sheets and I'm layering them up. I just thought this was a great addition because they kind of play off of these cut apart sheets, or cut apart cards, I guess, play off of the colors in the floral sheet very well. I felt like they combined really well, even though they're from two different collections. The mood and feel, I think, was what really, the mood and feel stuck. And so here I didn't know what I was going to do with this actual other piece. I thought about making another corner, and so I just went ahead and tore another one. When I put in the photo without this piece of floral torn up corner here, it looked too empty and it looked like it wasn't hanging on to anything. So I decided to also include another corner, and it kind of holds the photo in place. So I start edging that piece of the floral paper as well. And I'm using my ATG tape to kind of attach it. Other than that, the only reason why I picked out these two papers was because in the mini collection, the mini kit for this past month of July, I ended up not using two of the pattern pieces because I couldn't decide whether to use that background, which was very bright, or end up using the elements in the cut apart sheet. I was kind of torn, and so I didn't end up using those two. Here I'm using this banner from this Wildlife by Echo Park paper, and I also ink it. It says camping, but it has nothing to do with camping, excuse me. And what ends up happening is that I use it as a layering piece, which I like because then it carries your eye from the top right to the bottom left, or vice versa, from the bottom left up to the top right. So it carries your eye from those elements that I will put in the corner, like these two stickers that say explore and take a hike, and also that little diagonal stripe that has different colors. I do end up putting a button up here, and I can't recall if you can see that I end up putting enamel dots, and that might have been one of the files that got corrupted. Then I decide to take out thread for the buttons because I don't like to see them empty. I don't think it's something that bothers me so much, but since they were threaded on the card, I did like that look. I decided to put one down by the pine trees as well. And at this point you can see the little thin strip of the diagonal paper that I have. I didn't have very much of this left over as well. You can see the close-ups here. I did end up adding the enamel dots and also the date on the bottom corner right here. And that's all I do to this layout. I hope you enjoyed the process video, and give it a thumbs up if you liked the layout. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next Mini Kit Monday. Bye!